Now, I'll preface this by saying, we're fair and balanced. It doesn't matter what flag you fly or if you can fight and you're an honorable dude, we love you and we love the sport of boxing. So we do get a little bit of hate for talking about Canelo, but we keep it 100. We keep it 100, right? Which brings me to my first connector whiff. Connector whiff. Mayweather is wrong about his comments on Canelo versus Makabu. To give some of the fans a background, basically Mayweather said he's cherry picking a guy who was getting beat up in my gym by non-champions, and it's really nothing anybody wants to see. So, and when that's coming from a guy that beat you, you kind of got to give it some credence. So, connected with Mayweather was wrong for those comments. Go ahead, JD.
Nah, man, that's a CONNECT. That's a connect for me, man. Like, I absolutely agree with Mayweather 1,000%. And here's the other thing, and I'm glad that Mayweather exposed that particular part, even though, it's not usually talked about what goes on in different gyms. But I'm glad he said it, only because the thing that we know that a Canelo Alvarez does is, he did his research, man. The same way Mayweather know how Makabu is done in sparring and look certain places. That through the grapevine, Canelo and his team know what's up. And so I don't have a problem with him saying that, because at the end of the day, the real biggest thing, I think, even going to a larger point of what Mayweather was saying, is I think he's one of those people speaking out against all this love that we see Canelo Alvarez getting. We don't see love getting given to other fighters who deserve it. Like, there's other fighters who deserve love and they're not getting it, but Canelo can do catch weight after catch weight. Canelo can test positive for steroids. Yeah, I said it again, fam.
A and B sample.
He tested positive for steroids. Right. And then he can continue to navigate the way he is, and everybody keeps riding for him and praising him. And man, I'm gonna let y'all get into what the WBC said. I don't even want to talk about that. Right? Y'all remember what the WBC said?
We got to say that for the last connect.
All right, we're gonna say that one. But man, yeah, I agree with Mayweather 1,000%, man. For real.
What you got on the queue?
I agree with what he said, man. And I like that he said it. You know what I'm saying? But Mayweather. Mayweather. Mayweather be trolling. My thing, this is what I want to say. When you the money man, Mayweather would know this, because he's been that. The money man, and he earned. In many eyes, they feel like Canelo earned the right. Canelo's done a whole lot in the sport throughout the pandemic. He's been active. He's been fighting. And honestly, if it wasn't for the steroids, the A and B samples, I really wouldn't even go at Canelo. You know what I'm saying? I really just sit back and just let Canelo do what he do. You know what I'm saying? But that's one thing that hurt me that nobody talks about on mainstream media. That's why I'm happy that somebody that's a figurehead like Mayweather, you know what I'm saying? Even though, if he have any type of agenda behind it, it's the truth though. It is the truth. And I like that he spoke on Boots Ennis and talked about the fighter that they don't talk about. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's a connect, man. But I just gotta say that part also. Because Mayweather, he done the same thing. You know what I'm saying? But that's my dog. Mayweather. I love him as a retired fighter right now, and what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the best fighters to ever fight in the sport of boxing.
Just a quick add on. I'll throw it back to you, J-Box. And then part of why Mayweather's saying that too is because he's imagining, dog, y'all know how y'all would have did me if I ever test positive for anything.
No doubt.
Y'all know how y'all would have did me.
They would have loved for him to.
Right. So that's also kind of the bitter part of Mayweather, why he says it, because it's like, y'all would have did me dirty.
But after when we was in Atlanta for the Tank versus Leo Santa Cruz fight, was it Santa Cruz? That fight was that?
No, that was Barrios.
Okay, my bad. So what did they say after the Mario Barrios fight about Tank fighting? What did Mayweather say that pissed the whole boxing world out?
We're gonna keep it in house.
So I mean, and that's the thing, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of better competition out there, you know what I'm saying? Reputable names. And this is something I'm gonna keep saying, because you go out there and you fight these people that we don't know, sooner or later, And we seeing it. You know, you're gonna get clipped. You're gonna be in a close fight. You're gonna be in a controversial fight, win or lose or draw. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you know, but that's the business of boxing, and that's the Bloods, Crips, East Coast, West Coast. You know what I'm saying? All these different entities that you know separated, and you know that's just what it is. But that's where we at with it, man. I want to see the best fight. I want to see the big names fight each other.
And of course, and I, you know, like I said, nobody questions anybody's talent in boxing. Especially when you're talking about the top tier guys, we all know they're talented. We're not taking anything away from them. But I do hear a lot of, you know, we read the comments at the bottom, and I see a lot of people make a lot of, you know, bombastic comments. But for those of you who love Canelo, please shut me up. Please just name me one fighter who's gone up this high in weight and his power is transferred this well. I usually the knockouts stop. Canelo went from saying I'm not a true middleweight, fighting the catchweights. That's why he fought Amir Khan at a catchweight, because I'm not a true middleweight.
So Cabo might be a catchweight.
To I'll never go above 175 to now he's up to 175. So he went from I'm not a true middleweight to predicting he's going to be knocking out all these super middleweights, right? That's what he said. Oh, he stopped using his jab. If you really watch Canelo fight, it's head movement. He really fights a lot like Tank, which is fine because Tank fights at 135. But I'm like, damn, you doing that at 175? And it would stand to reason that he's going to fight the same way with Makabu, unless there's something we don't know. So I'll leave that there. That's a question for YouTube, Twitter sphere, anybody. You guys can give me a fighter whose power is transferred this many weight classes. I'll shut up.
Because to that point, you know what I'm saying? Because, and this was something that they was trying to use against Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? They were trying to use against Pacquiao because Pacquiao came from 105, 106.
Pacquiao's knockout slowed down tremendously
when he got the welterweight.
Yeah.
No, he didn't. No, I mean he got the stoppage against
Matisse.
Matisse, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and it was like what was it, Miguel Cotto, and Matisse, wasn't it like the only two? Because
he ended up he got Ricky Hatton, but Ricky Hatton was 100.
Ricky Hatton, what they fought? Didn't they fight at 140? They fought at
they were both small welterweights that came up.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So not to belabor this point, we're gonna move on to the next